Hey guys, so we wanted to provide an update on the Reduxa R2 project, the speed booster for DSMC2 cameras. So we've got a lot of positive news to update with you, but a lot of you are probably wondering, where's the footage you promised? Why haven't there been more videos? So we're gonna get a bit into that in this video and also provide some other updates. So I'm very passionate about this project and also this camera range. But before announcing the product, I wasn't particularly sure if people felt the same way or whether it would even be financially viable. So back in November, we decided to show you a development preview of the Reduxa using an early prototype that I'd had manufactured, and also announce some key dates for the Kickstarter project and really try and gauge the interest level for people out there and for this product. And luckily, we've had a really, really good response, like well beyond what we'd imagined. And we've nearly sold out of all the VIP slots, which is enough to kind of tell us that we're going to break even on this project, which is great, and we can go ahead with it. So since that video, we've had so many questions from you guys around lens compatibility and coverage, and a few different things that just got us thinking about our approach to this product and the best way to do that. So we can move the optic to improve fitment on different lenses, but by doing this, there are going to be trade-offs in terms of reduction factor, vignetting, and also corner performance. And so because of that, we've decided to split the product into two. There are two dedicated products designed for their kind of individual purposes. The Reduxa R2 is designed for filmmakers who want the cleanest possible full frame to Super 35 conversion, particularly in wide format shooting where it's optimized for clean edges and corners in your kind of open gate formats. The Reduxa R2F exists for one reason, and that's extreme rear element clearance on PL lenses. So this model has up to 25mm of clearance, which is the most compatible focal reducer ever made. If you want to read more about that, there's a blog on our website, but there'll also be a dedicated video for these two versions once our final prototypes come back in. By splitting them into two versions of the product, it means that you can buy a standard R2 version and you can take advantage of our interchangeable mounts using EF and PL glass on the same Reduxa R2 mount, whereas before you'd have to buy two separate products. In the last video, we talked about focal shift and how you can calibrate your lenses to your camera, which is the first of its kind to feature in any focal reducer. So we had a lot of feedback, some really good feedback on that from the first video. And basically most people want a way to measure calibration. So because of that, we've added a dial to the Reduxa R2 so you can know exactly where your kind of neutral position is and also where your lenses are calibrated to, just to get the maximum image performance and quality out of your lenses. So we haven't released any Reduxa test footage yet, and we really desperately want to, but there's a small correction needed to our reverse engineered OLPF, and that's being addressed right now. We're just in the process of getting that finalized. Basically, matching Red's OLPF performance is crucial, and the good news is that's completely achievable. We can achieve exact color reproduction and spectral shaping whilst also landing on the exact thickness we require to deliver the best possible image performance with our Viltrox optic. So this is our sensor and crop visualizer. If I go through onto the kind of core functions, you can simulate basically any different DSMC2, DSMC1, and also Red 1 cameras. But if you go onto the lens mount dropdown, you can see we've added the Reduxa R2 and R2F. So if I choose the Reduxa R2, you can see straight away 6K full format is going to have major vignetting. Because even though it's a Dragon X 6K Super 35, the 6K isn't actually Super 35, it's APS-H. The 5K is Super 35, which is a bit confusing. So if we go down to 5K, you can see straight away, perfect. We've got full use, perfect coverage, and you can see there's a minor crop factor of 1.01 times. So in the real world, you're not going to notice that a difference between 1 and 1.01 times crop. It basically is 1-to-1. On different cameras, it will be a 1 times crop. It all depends on the camera you're using. So because of all that, we are considering moving the start date, sadly, again. It's not what we want to do before the campaign release. And instead, we're aiming for a date sometimes in April. Now, we only want to set a date when we have these final prototypes back, so both the final physical and OLPF prototypes, just so we can release a date and avoid any kind of further disappointments around the campaign start time. A lot of the reasoning for this is around what I talked about in this video, but I also think it's because we're a small company developing kind of products for such a niche market, and it means we kind of have to test the market a little bit before, you know, having a fully fledged product to release there and then. But one thing I really kind of pride ourselves on at Cinelux is that we do things the right way. We ship products that work. That's the reason why we've had 0 issues with any of our Next mags that have gone out, and we plan on doing exactly the same thing with the Reduxa R2 and any future product after that. And if it means delaying the campaign, then that's what we do, and that's what we kind of feel comfortable with. We are taking on another engineer who can help with product design and also going into a bigger workspace as well, which will really help us get more products out and avoid these kind of issues in the future. But thanks for being so patient with this. We've got so many cool things to show you around the R2 and the R2F. I promise it'll be worth the wait.